I never expected to fall deeply in love with a bank robber who has the power to control rats, but life is funny sometimes.
Oh, fizzle sticks. Hold on.
In James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, Daniela Melchior plays Cleo Caso, aka Ratcatcher 2. Caso uses technology invented by her father to communicate with and control rats, an ability impressive enough to land her a spot on Task Force X. Ratcatcher is the kind of offbeat character James Gunn loves to showcase in his comic book films. The Suicide Squad invents a brand new background for the character, with Melchior portraying the daughter of the first Ratcatcher, hence the 2 at the end of her name. It's the last person DC Comics fans would expect to be an important part of a DCEU movie, and yet, Ratcatcher 2 just ends up being the heart and soul of the Suicide Squad, brought to life beautifully by Melchior and Gunn. Caso is, by far, the most caring and empathetic member of her team. She sees good where no one else does. Even when they can't see it in themselves, Caso can tell when it's there. She believes in the value of others.
He always wants to be near you. I think he senses good in you.
Yeah, there's no good in me.
Take King Shark, for example. Despite Nanaue being moments away from eating Caso, she chooses empathy when every other member of the team is ready to murder the Great White. She reaches out and asks to be his friend, rather than jumping to anger and violence. And it's the empathy Caso shows towards Nanaue that allows him to become a valuable and fiercely loyal member of the team. He's not a monster anymore. He's a friend.
He's obviously lying.
If I die because I gambled on love, it will be a worthy death. Friends.
You are a little idiot.
While everyone else makes fun of Polka Dot Man for his colorful powers, it's Caso that assures him that she thinks his powers look cool. It's that assurance that lets Abner begin to open up with his teammates. She even softens Bloodsport's edges, most notably when they share a moment on the bus ride to the club. Caso, upon hearing about Dubois' struggles with his upbringing, tells him that for all her father's imperfections and shortcomings, he loved her, and that she wishes she could give that to Dubois. This small exchange builds a powerful bond between the two characters and brings the team closer together. The conversation with Bloodsport is vital to understanding Caso's relentless empathy. She grew up with a father who was penniless, who had his fair share of demons, but who loved her endlessly. And that love was enough. That love made her world all the brighter, and she carries that love with her, willing to share it with everyone, especially those who need it the most, people who have never experienced that kind of love, people like her teammates in the Suicide Squad. In a flashback during the film's most climactic moment, Caso asks her father why he chose to communicate with rats rather than any other animal. His response encapsulates Caso's character, the movie's mission statement, and hell, pretty much all of James Gunn's work.
Why rats, Papa?
Rats are the lowliest and most despised of all creatures, my love. They have purpose. So do we all.
It's a wonderful moment, and explains everything you need to know about what Gunn is trying to say in the Suicide Squad. This ragtag group of comic book nobodies is saving the world. These misfits. Not Batman or Superman, no. It's Polka Dot Man taking down Starro and rescuing the people of Corto Maltese. It's Bloodsport. It's Harley Quinn. It's King Shark. It's Ratcatcher too. The Suicide Squad is a reminder to everyone that no matter what you think of yourself, no matter what other people may think of you, no matter how much of an outcast you might think you are, whether you feel like you fit in or not, you belong. You're important. You matter. And you can be a superhero. Not by having powers or using gadgets, but by being empathetic and understanding, by valuing individuality rather than shunning it, by recognizing that everyone is different, and that's magnificent. Look for the light in yourself, and when you find it, look for it in everyone around you, just like Cleo Caso. If rats have a purpose, then so do we all.